got Dale
Yeah, yeah.
on Agenda Podcast.
I'm
And
here.
yeah, man, I don't know what happened, bro. I was having like some real technical difficulties. Would you say again?
So I'll turn my light down. So it's so
Oh,
bright.
okay, okay. Turn mine
uh,
down too. But
what's
yeah,
going
man, how
on,
you
man?
been, bro?
How's it going?
It's going good, friend. How about you?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Just catching up.
Catching up, man. Hey, so I just saw Alien Romulus today.
All right, that's where we're gonna start.
That's what we're gonna start with, Alien Romulus. Uh, you know, I did something this weekend. I watched all the previous Alien movies, and I gotta say, this movie is like, it's not bad. It's good. It's cool, but it's not like on the level of It's not on the level of the first two Alien films. If you've seen those, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you talking about the actual first two Sigourney Weaver Alien films?
Yeah, you seen those?
Yeah, so I did the opposite of you. I didn't go back and watch any of the old Alien films before I see this. I didn't watch Covenant. I didn't watch one, two, three. I didn't watch Resurrection. I didn't watch anything over. So I just went fresh with what I remembered. So yeah, tell me about it.
Well, for one, aesthetically, the movie looks amazing. Like you could tell that there was like a real set, there was practical effects. It looked great. It's just I feel like, in my honest opinion, the movie didn't cover no new grounds for the Alien franchise. It's kind of like we seen that type of trope. And I may throw in a couple spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, don't exit out, please. If you haven't seen it, but
Yeah,
my thing
spoilers.
is,
Yeah, I got some
yeah,
spoilers.
yes, it's gonna be some spoilers. Uh, so young people, they starving. They need to go. They need to, they're trying to fish for things, and this girl and her android, that's her family. That's all she got. That's all that she has to have, because the android has the memory of her family. So her and the android and a group of her friends, they mingle up, but friends to her talk to her into going up to space to steal some hardware that they can use, right? Not knowing that the ship that they're trying to steal from got infected with all the face huggers. That's what they call them, face huggers. And aliens was on there. Which tribe are you guys from? Don't worry about that. Anyway, um, it's, to me, okay, like, you remember, you seen Alien Resurrection, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It
I've seen
seemed
all of
like
them.
he took bits and pieces from Resurrection and put it in this and just swerved it around, but had callbacks to the original movie, which is cool, but it just didn't cover no new grounds for me. Now, I just felt like the story was just okay. And on top of that, when it got to the third act of the movie, I felt like it was like two different endings. I felt like they should have ended it right then and there when they left the ship. It shouldn't even went into the other territory. You know what I'm talking about. I don't want to give too much of the movie away, but I just felt like, yeah, I ain't trying to give too much away, because you never know who may seen it, who may not seen it. You just never know. But I felt like it didn't need that in that particular ending. It could have just ended with them leaving the spaceship. But it was okay, bro. I would put it. Oh, did I lose you, Dale? I think we lost Dale. Give him a minute. Hey, if it's your first time here, hit subscribe. Hey, Jamie, how's it going? Hey, Jamie, good seeing you again. I ain't seen you in a while. How you been? I hope all is well. If this y'all first time here, please do not hesitate by hitting the subscribe button. There go Dale right there.
Yeah,
Dale,
yeah.
you
I'm
with
sorry.
me?
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Calls coming in. I
It's
put
all
up do not
good, bro.
disturb.
Calls
Yeah,
come in. It's
yeah. I'll
all
be
good.
forgetting to put it on complete do not disturb.
It's all good, man. But I just felt like First of all, let me give you some praise. Aesthetically, the movie looks great. The set looks great. You can tell that's practical. It wasn't that much CGI, which I loved.
Great.
Uh,
Yep.
it felt real. It felt very realistic. It just to me, I felt like it was just a filler in the franchise, not nothing that's progressing the franchise. Like if they wanted to do more, they could have did it in a different way. Just my opinion. But I know for a fact that they're finna do a television series based off on Alien called Alien Earth. So yeah, I it was okay. I gave it like a 5 out of 10. I already post like a little short review on my YouTube channel, which some of
Yeah,
y'all need to go watch.
my review should go up to. I'll probably put my review up today, tonight after this. I got a full review coming with spoilers, just so y'all know.
Okay,
But
yeah, I'm
so
gonna do
you
a
gave it
full
a
long
five.
form review too. So, but go ahead.
You gave it a five. You say?
I gave it a 5 out of 10.
I gave it a little higher, believe it or not. But I do agree with what you said. The sets amazing. I love that. I said that in my review. The sets I think were great. Lack of CGI I think was great. They made everything look and feel like it belonged in the Alien franchise. They didn't try to update like the tech that they have. They could have made
Yeah,
it look more modern, but they kept it to look like how things looked in those original films. So I appreciate the set designs, everything like that. Everything looked dirty, like all the aliens films. Everything looks dirty. I really wonder what a new ship would look like in the alien universe because everything they touch looks like it's like 1,000 years old already. But anyway,
yeah,
um, I do agree that the film didn't really. I felt like it did bring something new. We'll get to that. I'll try not to spoil you too much, but yeah, it pretty much was Alien Resurrection, Alien and Aliens kind of
mixed
all mixed into a lot of callbacks, a lot of
with
reused things
with a little bit of Prometheus in there.
with a little bit of Prometheus. He definitely borrowed from all of the different alien movies. There was something from everything there. I felt there were two things. I could be mistaken because I haven't rewatched the films within the last time I probably watched the original films was probably 2 years ago. Of course, I've seen Covenant recently, and I rewatched Resurrection not too long ago. But there's a scene with the anti gravity, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that
I
was
think
pretty
that
cool.
that was new. So I give them credit for that to bring in something new. And of course, the third act, which is like the fourth act, because like you said, it should have ended, and then they had another piece.
Yeah,
That part caught me off guard. So that I gave it a little extra boost because I was like, okay, he tried to progress past this because I thought it was just going to be one xenomorph, just
right.
like the first Alien film, stalking them, walking around, and I kind of feel like he didn't use the xenomorphs to their full capacity. They were kind of mostly an afterthought. I
Yeah,
don't I don't really feel like they were a driving force in the film. The film to me, it more was like an urgency of time and Andy. Andy the robot was probably the most terrifying thing up until the end of the film. Because it was like
yeah,
this guy's bugged out.
yeah. Because you really didn't know. See, and again, call back to the first movie where you didn't know what the android intention was until the end, but you knew there was something going on. His
Right.
intentions was good, but when he starts to get a little glitchy there, you kind of like, I don't know what he's finna do. And that actor, there's an actor from the previous film that's in the movie. You know he's deceased, right? That played the android. Yeah, he's
Yeah, yeah,
deceased.
yeah. I seen that, and I always think it's a little weird when they do that. Like the face, they take people's faces and put them. They did it in Star Wars. It's like
Yeah,
they're taking dead people's faces and putting them. I don't know. It's always a bit weird to me, but I get it. They wanted to match it up. I don't know. I'm on the fence with that.
yeah. I just said Marcy was hurt. Yeah,
Is your chat going? My chat. I can't even. The chat's not going for me. Well, go ahead.
yeah, they just it's just a couple people chatted in, but I yeah, the gravity scene was dope. Even though in my mind I'm thinking to myself like when I see it, I was like, yo, acid gonna hit some part of them, bro. Just like you can't dodge acid, bro. Like a drip
Yeah.
of it gonna hit you one way or another. Hey, how you feel about that alien taking a piss on dude's head with the acid?
Yeah, that. Oh man, I didn't like that guy. So
Yeah, you took a piss on dude's head. Yeah, he was a dick through the whole thing.
yeah, I didn't like that guy. So hey, whatever.
Yeah, he took a piss on his whole head, bro. And man, like, but there was like the film itself and Freddie Alvarez. For one, I gotta say I don't like the remake of Evil Dead. I still think the original one is still the best one. I do like Evil
Mhm.
Dead Rising because it was different, but the one he did I didn't care nothing about. And Don't Breathe, I did like
Right.
that. That was good. But
Don't move.
yeah,
The Evil Dead remake didn't do it for me either.
yeah, I didn't like that John either.
Alien.
Aliens out
Yeah,
here
Alien
violent. Yeah,
Survivor.
the alien pissed on dude's head, man. He up here tried to like. It's almost like it was almost like some like dominatrix type shit. Like if you really think about it, like he
Oh
hit it with
man.
the little stun gun, and then the alien was like, "Ah!" And then
Yeah,
like
he
the
was
alien
trying to
had a
do like an
reaction.
alien abortion or something. Like he was just trying to kill it before it was born, just sticking the thing in there, and hey, got back at him.
It pissed on him. It pissed on him. And he
But
died from alien piss, so that's horrible. How'd
that's
you?
one of the things I liked. The
Yeah,
acid scene, I thought it was innovative. I felt like they took a chance, so I like that. The ending of the film, like I thought the film was over when they first made it back. I was like,
yeah, I
that's
thought
it.
so too.
And my rating at that point was like a five, a five and a half. But I bumped it up to six and a half, seven, because I did actually like the extra fourth act, I'm going to call it. It surprised me. I didn't expect to see that. I didn't think we were going to get any connections to anything else. I thought that was it. So I gave it an extra point, and it was a direct callback to Alien 1, where Ripley's fighting the alien. Like, I think they just recreated that in a modern time, you could say. So I
Right.
like that. I like that. I gave them credit for that, even though it was just a reimagining.
Yeah, so but yeah, it just I just don't know. It you tell that this film is like a standalone, like they're not gonna do a continuation story. There's nothing, no
I
ground
hope,
cover.
I hope, and I'm just going to be real. This is something I did not like about the film.
Okay.
I didn't feel a connection to any of the characters. I don't think
No,
any of
I
the
didn't.
characters developed well. I didn't remember their names. I didn't when things happened to them, I was just like, who cares? I didn't care about any of the characters. Even Rain, the main character, I just remember her name. I really didn't care about her at all. Like none of these characters had any type of connection to me. And I didn't know how old they were. I didn't know if they were supposed to be like teenagers, adults, like 20s. They had too much going on, but at the same time, they seemed really naive. So I didn't know what was going on with the characters. That part I didn't like.
Yeah, I couldn't connect with none of the characters. Didn't care if they lived or died or whatever. It was just like we didn't get to know any of them. But I went back and watched the first one. The first one, yeah, you could connect with the characters because you kind of
Yeah,
got to know them a little bit more. And it was like a little build up to where before you got to the alien. So you got to
yeah,
get spend some time with the characters. In this one, you didn't really get to know anybody. You just kind of like, okay, they go into a spaceship to steal, and that's it. That's all. They just doing it for money or
that's
whatever,
all.
or food. That's all.
I didn't understand if they none of them had parents. Is this like a Peter Pan situation? How did they even have a ship of their own to go into? A lot of the stuff I was just like, I don't get what this is supposed to be. And Andy, in the first act of the film, I hated Andy. I didn't like him at all. I was just like, why would they like? But the second act, Andy, I started to like him more. But that was another like gripe that I had with the film was I felt like Andy's abilities, they just wrote it to what they needed to do in the story. Because if you
Yeah.
realize, sometimes Andy was super strong. Like he could hold the elevator with one hand, he could pry open doors, but at the same time, like Andy will get slapped and he's like, or he can't fight. And so it's like, what is
He
this
was
guy?
glitchy. He was glitchy as hell, and you really couldn't tell what he was gonna do or whatnot. But I I do appreciate Freddie Alvarez for doing some callbacks to the original movie and sticking to the lore of it. The movie was super
Right.
dark too. Like there was a lot of dark elements. You really couldn't see anybody in that spaceship like that. I don't know if that was on purpose or was that just
Yeah.
like whatever. But it
Dark and
was like
claustrophobic.
yeah, it was super dark. You couldn't see shit. So but yeah, I gave it a 5 out of 10, bro. It was cool, but I didn't feel like it was needed because they didn't cover no new ground. But that's just me.
Right. Yeah.
How do
So
you how you feel about Freddie Alvarez as a filmmaker? What you think about like just those movies I just mentioned?
I feel like he's someone who can take a franchise that's already established and kind of just try to maintain it until they get to the next part. He's never done anything like next level to me, but
Yeah,
he doesn't disappoint. Like he never does anything where I'm just like, this is complete utter trash. So I think he's just like one of those. He's like a team player to me. Like he's one of those guys who go, they play their role, they keep the game moving, but he's not going to wow you and he's not going to disappoint you.
yeah, and he teased in an interview about him directing the new Alien versus Predator. Do we need another one of those? Yeah, he teased it. He teased it out loud, saying, "Yeah, he wouldn't mind directing the Alien versus Predator movie."
They should get who directed Prey. They should get who directed Prey to
I
handle
don't,
that.
I don't know who directed Prey. I don't know who did that one. If anybody know who did that one, leave it in the chat. But I don't know who directed Prey. I don't know who did that, but he said he
I
wants.
think the guy who did Prey had a good handle on how to handle like the suspense and the action and everything together. I think he should be considered.
But do we need another Alien versus Predator movie? Is the question. Do we need another one of those? Because the first one was like, and then the second one was garbage. I walked out on that junk.
I think there's two ways they could go about it, from my opinion. If you're gonna do it, let's continue to build Alien a little more. Let's get maybe one or two more Predator films. Let's build the lore a little bit, and let's gear since they're all under one umbrella. They're all owned by the same company.
Yeah,
Let's start pushing the stories to where you want to see them face each other. Because when the first Alien and Predator came out, it was just a standalone story. You know,
right.
let's do something like how they do with Marvel, where we have a build up. We'll have some characters that we could recognize, that we relate to, that'll show up in these films. Even if, say, Andy is in stasis and he comes out of stasis at some point and he's in the film, or we have someone else that we recognize and care about, or even a Predator character that, we care about. That to me would be good. I feel they were going to do something like that with Predator 3 originally, but I think Danny Glover dropped out the film or something. They're going to have other guys who defeated Predators all meet up on a planet and fight like the top Predators, which would be interesting. They should do something
That
like that.
something like that would work, and like like the reason why Freddy versus Jason worked is because at the end of Jason Goes to Hell, Freddy grabs his mask and pulled it out. Dan Trachtenberg directed Prey. Well, then there you go.
Okay, good. That's
Who
my
should
boy.
touch. Yeah, that's who should touch the Alien versus Predator. I don't know if I'm confident enough for them to say, "Hey, do they need another one?" Because it's like the first two didn't really work. Yeah, it made money, but it didn't really work. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
think in time, and they should get Dan on board.
They should get him on board because like like if they was to do it, I don't think Freddie Alvarez need to do it. I think he threw that in there because he's probably slick writing a script for it and treatment for it and
Yeah,
like
I think
you know
so. I think he's
yeah
lobbying for the job. I think he's already working on it.
yeah he's trying to take over trying to get build it back up again. But I like what you said, build it up to where the fans and people can kind of see that happening and just you know. But would you recommend Alien Romulus to anybody that have never seen the Alien franchise, that don't know anything about it? Would you tell them like, hey, you should go check it out? Me personally, well, I want to hear what you say though.
If I wanted to introduce someone to the Alien franchise, that's not the movie I would pick. But being how it is in theaters now, and it's an experience because it is one of those movies that being in the theater, it gives you a better experience. So if someone said I've never seen an alien film, should I go check this out? I would say sure, go check it out because you will enjoy it. I think it's an enjoyable film. And then if you're interested in that, you can go home and watch the rest and you'll really enjoy it. But if someone said, "Hey, what's the best alien film for me to watch?" because I want to get into it, I wouldn't recommend this. I'll probably recommend Aliens, which is the second film, as the
Yeah,
go-to film to watch.
that John go. I say watch the first one and then watch Alien, so
Yeah,
that way you can kind of get the
right.
feel why those two are so high regard. You can skip
Yeah.
Aliens 3.
Oh,
Resurrection
Alien
though.
3 don't exist. That movie was
You
garbage.
can skip that one. You can skip that one. That joke was garbage. Resurrection was fun to me. It was fun.
Resurrection was cool. Resurrection was cool. I didn't like Covenant that much.
Nah, Covenant wasn't good. Prometheus was. I think if he didn't add the alien aspect to, I think Prometheus would have been really cool. Like if
Mm,
I can't give a movie away too much. We
yeah,
gave so much away, but I think if he just left Prometheus the way it was without adding in that other element, it would have just been a perfect movie.
yeah.
So, but yeah, so man, I got a couple things I want to talk about. Let's talk about this Bo the Mayo
I was
debacle.
waiting for this.
You're
Yeah,
waiting for. I
anybody,
know
if
you
y'all in
was.
the
I had
chat,
to get
if
aliens
y'all
out
know
the way
about Bo
though.
DeMayo,
So,
just
in
type yes or
case,
no if you know about Bo DeMayo or not, if you are in here, so we can know where to start at. If you know about this Bo DeMayo and story and what's going on.
yeah, for people who don't know who Bo DeMayo is, Bo DeMayo was the creator of X-Men 97. He revamped the show. He was the head guy over everything, overseed everything. For most of y'all that don't know, he got fired like what 2 weeks before the show came out. He got fired, but he still supported the show all the way through his Twitter. We didn't know how he got fired. No one know what happened, whatever. But he created a damn good um
100% on Rotten Tomatoes, nominated for an Emmy. This is an amazing show he created.
and like I was skeptic because I love the original one, like all of us do, the original animation series, but he knocked it out the fucking park and he killed it. So the recent triples that's been going on,
Oh man,
there
this is
was
crazy.
a
This is crazy.
there was a fan art that got released on Pride Month in June. For most of y'all that don't know,
I wish we had a graph to post it. Post art.
yeah, I'm gonna get probably if I did live stream or restream, I couldn't do that. But there was a
Yeah,
graphic art that was posted up, a bold half naked in a Cyclops kind of
I
outfit.
wonder. Oh man, I'm gonna see if I could just bring it for my side really
Man, go ahead
quick.
and pull it up. And it was for Pride Month because Bo is homosexual. You know what I'm saying? So and he's very out and open about that. And Disney um Disney told him when he got let go that he can't do anything relating to the brand or anything that's provocative or anything like that. That is the image right there. And
Yeah,
then so him doing that, putting that out there, that fan art, um, Disney have removed his name, his credits from season 2 of X-Men 97. His credits are in there for season 1, but not for season 2. His name is no longer in consideration for an Emmy nomination. They basically saying this dude, we done with him. And then he counteracted with his lawyer saying that he was wrongfully terminated, that that they falsified everything. It's all BS, blah blah blah. Then Disney released the whole information on why he got fired. They said that it was sexual misconduct. He was groping people. He was mistreating people. He was throwing up all type of sexual perversions and stuff like that. And they said that's why they let him go. They was gonna keep it a secret, but since he went ahead and forwarded the lawsuit on them, they went ahead and just released why he got fired. And he basically saying the truth is gonna come out eventually. We're gonna find out what's going on. So can they do that from a legal standpoint? Yeah, they
We're gonna
can.
talk.
If
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that.
yeah, I mean, if there was already like they could have did like a private settlement to where okay, we're not gonna air out your dirty laundry if you do not do such and such this and such that. And it could have been a situation where he can't use any of the Disney brand or anything like that, but he can just support from a distance or whatever. But when he violated that, that's when that all this stuff came out. So what you think though, bro?
A few things. I just want to say a few things because this story is crazy, and it was getting crazier as they were both tweeting and releasing
They
stuff,
were
and just
going
getting
back and forth. They were going
crazy
back
and
and forth.
crazy. And Marvel doesn't usually comment on things that people are saying on Twitter. So the fact that he baited them out by saying these things, it's like, damn, they really must have something on him, or they're really nervous. And I don't know which one it is. But as far as the situation as a whole, originally they say they parted ways, they separated from him, which makes me think they gave him some type of a contract and told him, shut the hell up, don't say nothing. We won't say nothing about you. Be quiet. And it seems like he was kind of pushing the issue because he got uninvited or didn't get invited for the Emmys. And
Right.
as a writer, getting a Emmy is a big deal for your career.
It
So I
is.
understand he's probably upset about that. But if he knows that he did something, he probably should have just left it alone. And maybe he would have kept his credit. But them taking away the credit now, he if they normally you can't just take someone's credit away. They have rules in place for the Writers Guild and things like that. So if they are taking it away legally, he must have signed something or they're rewriting that show right now. Season 2, they did bring in a new writer. I don't know if they're really rewriting the show, but being how he wrote the first season and it did so well, I don't think they would want to rewrite the show. So I don't know where that's going to go. His lawyer's going to have to really try to fight that one because he did the work and they're going to remove his credit. Now, I see all these things. They're saying insiders saying he was sexually harassing people, sending photos of himself. If he was
Yeah.
doing that, they'll be able to prove it. And he's done. He's done. If they put out any messages from anyone on the staff that he was sending them naked photos and OnlyFans stuff, he has no leg to stand on. He's out. He's done. And they're gonna have to say that they rewrote the show or something and take his credit away. But the lawyer and him, they're both claiming that this stuff didn't happen. So it's gonna boil down to who brings the facts at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. And he seemed very confident. Now, if some of y'all follow Bo DeMayo on Twitter like I do, he does put out some very ranchy photos of himself on
All right,
Twitter.
let's be honest.
Yeah.
That cartoon picture is a mild picture because that guy he does not hold back. He does not hold
No,
back.
he does not hold back at all. And like he put out some very ranchy stuff about himself. Like, bruh, first of all, bruh work out. He
Yeah,
showcased it a
he
lot.
has the physique of a superhero.
He does. But I think that it's two things. They got something on him, like you said, they got something on him, or he got something on them. Maybe they did some things they shouldn't have done, or maybe they fired him on the pretenses, and he actually got proof that it was wrongful to terminate, firing or whatever. So we don't know, but my man out here is like, look, bro, them lawyer fees gonna add up. Like, I hope
Yeah.
he's ready for that because If he got a fight to get, if the new writer is really close to his original script, can they be sued for? Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. We don't know how many episodes he written because if you look back at season one, he didn't write every episode.
Yeah,
He was just like the creator, but there
he
was
was the
like
showrunner.
yeah, he was the
He was
showrunner.
the top guy. Yeah.
Yeah, so but it's like one of those things where if you wrote an episode, yeah, what they're gonna do is like they're gonna get somebody else to rewrite it,
Or
or
is
is
it?
that yeah, them
That's
names,
that's another issue too. They
yeah,
might be like, "Hey, man, posting these Marvel half nudes gets you fired, bro." Because like you look at the Jonathan Majors situation, he got terminated over a moral clause where if you get into legal trouble, they can let you go regardless of
yeah.
the contract. So it's gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a fight.
It's becoming repetitive with Disney with these legal actions because not only they got to deal with him, they got to deal for the wrongful death suit that's going on against him right now, where that woman passed away. Something about her passing away and her being signed to Disney Plus. She died at Disneyland, and
Yeah. So what
yeah,
happened? It was a guy. I think his name is Jeff Piccolo, I believe. Him and his wife went to a restaurant on Disney's premises. They informed them of her allergies. They said it would be fine. They got the food. She had an allergic reaction. She died.
ooh,
He's suing for wrongful death, and they said because you signed up for Disney Plus 3 years ago and you bought tickets to Epcot like 4 years ago, in the terms and conditions, and hey, y'all could go read this. This is what's going on. They said in the terms and conditions of Disney Plus, when you sign up, it bars you from suing Disney in a jury trial ever in life, like forever.
wow,
Insane.
wow.
Insane. So now they don't want to pay him for his wife dying. They're saying, "Hey, you signed up for Disney Plus, so screw you." And that's crazy.
That's
I have
wild.
Disney Plus, so I guess I can never sue Disney for anything.
Oh, I got it too. And that's only be but they'll come after me though if I step over, but they
Yeah,
got bigger fish to fry. They ain't worried about no content creators. Even though I've heard rumors of them trying to like block certain content creators that go ham on Disney
yeah,
and their product and whatever because they fucking up their money. So they've been going, they go ham at some of the bigger content creators. They be going at them pretty hard. But going back to the Bold DeMayo situation, I mean, like, I don't know, bro. You don't really know who to believe and who not to believe
yeah, yeah.
because
Yeah.
go ahead. Now you go ahead.
I the allegations of him sending photos for references. He's saying this is how he wanted the heroes to be drawn. So he was sending pictures of himself. Like you want to defend the guy, but like you said, you look at his social media and you're like, I think he probably would do that. Like this guy posts the
Yes,
craziest pictures. If someone said he was sending that to the staff, I wouldn't doubt it at all. I'm not going to advocate for that because I can, it looks bad. That's all I'm gonna say.
it looks terrible. You say he guilty. Yeah, I think he is guilty, bro. And it's like I want to defend him because
Yeah,
it's a brother. It's a brother. He established a franchise. He established a show
he's a
and did
great.
so well with the writing.
Yeah, he did great. It is amazing. It's an amazing show.
And it's like, man, I was like rooting for him. I was like, yo, whatever he did, let's just swipe that on the rug and bring him back. Cause like what he did for that show was amazing and it was well done. But it's like when I look at his Twitter, I was like, okay, I can kind of see why they may have let him go. And now they throwing out everything. It's almost like somebody was watching him and making sure, trying to see if he was gonna slip. And the moment he slipped, they just went ahead and just went at him.
Right.
So,
The
man,
only thing that gives me a little hope for him is the allegations are all from a separate source. They said he had egregious behavior or egregious findings, but it was a separate source that said that people were saying he did sexual harassment and stuff. So if Marvel comes out directly and says, yes, he was involved in sexual misconduct, it's over. But it seems like right now they're just saying it's egregious activity, which they could walk away from it. We got to see what the lawyer does with that.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, he could win the case because Gina Carano won one of her lawsuits with Disney, and she got a
Oh, she
few
wound up
more.
winning one.
Yeah, she won one case. So
All
like
right.
now,
Did did
she's huh?
did Scarlett Johansson win her case, or did
Yeah,
she
she
lose it?
did. She did because they
Okay, so
promised.
there's hope.
Yeah,
There's
it's hope.
hope.
It's hope.
Johnny Depp got paid out too for
Yeah,
the
he
Pirates of the
did.
Caribbean.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's hope. You know what I'm saying? Because they in the past they have fucked some people over and won losses, but them legal fees though, man, like them legal fees they gotta pay back just for winning the case. Like they ain't gonna see all that money. They gotta pay the lawyer fees back.
yeah. And
So
in Bo DeMayo's case, if he doesn't win this, his career is essentially over because he's
yeah,
going to be painted as a sexual harassment writer forever. And who's going to hire him after that? So he has to clear his name. If he doesn't clear
yeah.
his name, he's not writing again. Nobody's hiring him.
Nah, no one's hiring him. No one's gonna want to mess with him. It's unfortunate, man, because what he did for that show was amazing. And I mean, I saw Batman Cape Crusader, and I didn't care nothing about that show that much, but I was like, okay, we got two of my favorite animation, well, everybody's favorite animation shows coming back, and X Men '97 was for the win, and I was so skeptical about watching it, but man, when you watch it up to that fifth episode, it just like ramps up after that fifth episode, and it was just really good, bro, just real good.
Yeah, that was great
But
stuff. Great stuff. Uh,
oh man, speaking of Disney though, Deadpool and Wolverine is now the biggest rated R movie ever. The opening of it's big than ever, so it surpassed the Joker. So we give them a hand clap of praise for that. You know what I'm
great.
saying? Yeah, yeah.
That's good.
Um, what's your thoughts on that? And do you think that's gonna help put Marvel back in the good graces with people? Because that's really not Marvel. It's more so like Ryan
Ryan
Reynolds
Reynolds.
and Marvel like pairing up.
I don't think this. Yeah, like you said, I don't think this goes credit strictly to Marvel. I think Ryan Reynolds played a huge part in this. I think he played the major part in this. I think the track record goes Deadpool as a rated R, the first one did mega numbers, the second
Yeah,
one did mega numbers, and now this one is doing mega numbers. So I think the common denominator here is Ryan Reynolds, not so much Marvel. I think Marvel added their little bit onto it, but let's be honest, they've been on a decline now for what, 2 years?
yeah.
So I don't think this puts Marvel back on the map. I think this proves that they need to let Ryan Reynolds get more power and creative control.
Well, I mean, like Deadpool is his baby because he did the first Deadpool only $50 million and it grossed over $700 million.
Yes.
So
Yes, it's him.
that's yeah, that's his baby. That's his pride and joy. And I don't think this do anything for Marvel, but for Disney, they got $2 billion movies at the top right now. But Deadpool is at the top. But can it get dethroned by the Joker coming out in October? Do you think the Joker can dethrone it?
No way. I don't see that happening at all. Not even a little bit.
Yeah.
Not even a little bit.
I think the first Joker worked because it was like one of a kind and there was nothing quite like it at that time. And there was really, when I think about 2019, I don't think there was anything that was coming out around that time, anything quite like that. And just the name Joker, people gonna go see it because you got people that's a fan of the Joker.
Right. I think the name Joker is bigger than the name Deadpool.
Yeah,
So I've seen that. But now we have an addition of Wolverine and Harley Quinn. And I don't think Harley Quinn compares to Wolverine in popularity. So I
yeah.
don't think they're gonna make it with this. I think it's gonna do okay. It's gonna do well, but it's not gonna touch Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't think so.
I don't think so neither. I mean, it's a strange comparison, but it's like they both superhero genre films. But I
Mhm.
think one is dealing with the other, and the other one was just pure entertainment and fun. Which another this one here is just gonna be like we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know
Yeah.
what we're gonna get from this movie. So I was just curious because I was talking to a friend of mine. He was just like, he's a big Deadpool friend. He loves Deadpool, right? But we was having that conversation. If was Joker knock out Deadpool, I was like, nah, I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna do. I think he's gonna do numbers, but not those types of numbers. Not again. I think he just lucked up the first go around.
Yeah. I agree.
Uh,
I agree with you.
so yeah, but man, that Deadpool Wolverine was a lot of fun, and I had something else I wanted to talk about with Marvel. I mean, when it comes to the box office right now, Aliens is gonna shatter the box office right now. Like it dethroned Deadpool, and that's another Disney movie. So Disney for the win this year, huh?
Yeah, Disney they diversified and they going for the win. They had a few missteps. They took a few hits. They're still taking a few hits in the television department, but in the movie department, they're getting a rebound. They're rebounding.
They getting themselves out the hole, man. I heard that Shang-Chi 2 got announced. They developing it. Did you like the first one?
I like the first one a lot. I really like the first one. I think I'm a big martial arts film guy. I love
I am
martial arts
too.
films. I love karate films. I'm just sad that we don't get many of them in the mainstream on the big screen. And this was the closest thing we got to a big budget martial arts film in a long time. So I liked it just for that. Even if it wasn't Marvel, even if it wasn't Shang-Chi, if it was just, hey, check out this martial arts film with some superhero stuff in it, I
Yeah.
would like it. I see they're going the route of Iron Fist. I hope it's not. Is it that same guy? I hope it's not that
No, 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 no,
guy.
no,
I hate
no.
it.
No, they're not.
That guy sucks. I'm sorry, he sucks. That guy sucks,
Hey,
man.
he admit that he didn't have enough time to prepare for it, and that he didn't have enough time to rehearse. So it was just like, but the Iron Fist thing was terrible, terrible casting, terrible everything.
Bad
So they
garbage.
going. I think with this go around, they're gonna go for more like, like more closer to the comics, because he was Asian, so they're gonna go more Asian like with this one. But yeah, bro, that just sucked ass. Uh, do you? Well, who would you think would be cool to feature in Shang Chi 2? They did another one, and I want to see more martial arts in this one. Like, I want to see more of that.
Yeah, I think they should just go all. They should do just like Black Panther should have been if we still had T'Challa with him versus Namor. You know
Yeah.
how Namor is not really a bad guy, but he's kind of the bad guy for film. Kind of. I think they should do that. Shang-Chi versus Iron Fist. Just that should be the main thing. I don't think they need any other major villain. They could have clans. I know Shang-Chi has a clan. I mean, Iron Fist has a clan that he comes from up in the mountains and things like that. Shang-Chi's sister has ownership of the other clan. They could say there's like the clan war and they step in, but I want to see those two go at it. That's what I
Right.
want to see.
That'll be cool. That'll be cool. Um, I wouldn't mind seeing, like of one, maybe one Avengers popping up in Shang-Chi. But I do want to see Iron Fist eventually. I think he said he's working on an Iron Fist thing, kind of redeveloping the character a little bit more closer to the comics. But what about what I was finna say, what about Fantastic Four? Do you think
Not
Fantastic Four
interested.
gonna hit a billion? You don't think you're not interested?
No way. I think Fantastic Four is going to be a flop. I think it's going to be a
Damn,
flop.
you think it'll be a flop?
I see Fantastic Four being 1 point over Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's why I see it.
I don't know, man. I want it to work, bro. I'm a fan of the comic, bro. Like, I want it to work. I didn't have an issue with the other movie, man. I really didn't. The Silver Surfer one wasn't good to me only because like they couldn't get Galactus right, and I just, he was a big ass cloud, and you couldn't see him and shit. I didn't like that at all. But I like those original movies though. I didn't like the one with Miles
The
Teller.
first one I liked a lot. The
The
first one I
first one
liked
was
a lot.
good. The first one was good. But the second one and then the remake with Miles Teller was terrible.
No, that I don't acknowledge that film. That never happened. That never
Oh
happened.
shit, man. And I don't think it's gonna hit 1 billion. I do think it's gonna do well. It depends on the execution of the trailer. If they deliver a really good trailer, and it just depends on like how it look aesthetically. Like I saw a dude in the Johnny Storm outfit, and they
Didn't
went
like it.
on didn't like it.
No, I didn't like it.
I don't know, man. I'm gonna give it a chance, man. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm
I,
gonna see
I,
what
I,
Mar.
I,
It's in the MCU hands. It's in Kevin Feige's hands, man. So we'll see how it turns out, bro. I'll give it a go.
let's not forget Kevin Feige also was part of some giant flops back in the day. He's been around since the original X-Men Fox movie. So
The first one, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You got a
But
point.
the
You got a
things that scare me about Fantastic Four, I think Pedro Pascal is a good. He's good, but I don't know if he gives me Reed Richards vibes. Um, they have Jack Kirby's daughter, who I didn't even know was an actress. So I wonder if that was just, they're putting her in there because Jack Kirby's her dad, or if she really fits the role.
right.
The costumes don't look good to me. No Doctor Doom in the first Fantastic Four film for the franchise.
Yeah.
Galactus, they have to rely heavy on Galactus, and I don't. And then it's in another universe, and it's like a future past, and then they're doing the whole movie in less than a year. That scares me. They said they were just going to start filming around SDCC this year, but the movie comes out next year around SDCC. So you tell me you got 1 year to film, do all the CGI, which we know there has to be a lot of CGI, all the post production work, the music, everything. It's making me think that this movie is going to be done like 300 or something, where it's no physical sets and just CGI
All
background. Because how
CGI
could they
stuff.
possibly, yeah, how they gonna do all of that in less than a year? To me, that scares me, and that makes me think it's not gonna go over well.
Whereas James Gunn rapped with Superman, like he got done with he rapped it like a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
But that's James Gunn though. I don't
right.
know. I don't know because he was putting out images and stuff like that already. So it could be a thing of it just depends on who's working on it. I don't know that director too well. I think he's one of the dudes from Radio. What's it? Whatever the name it is, the horror stuff. I think that's him. But I think I don't know. I don't know. But James Gunn got done with Superman. I was like, damn, that was quick.
Yeah, he
But
did.
I
He did.
got they are competing against each other though. So we'll see.
Gonna be a hard one. I'm gonna go on record and say I don't have much faith in Fantastic Four. I'd be surprised if it doubles its budget.
Hey, look, we're gonna have the same conversation next year. We're gonna play this whole
Yeah.
thing back, and then we're gonna see how you feel about it once it comes out. I got faith in it. I'm gonna have faith in this
Once
because
we see the first trailer, I'll let you know if I think it's hot garbage or not.
yeah, we gonna find out, bro. Like real talk, like we're
Probably.
gonna have the same conversation next year.
Yeah. Once
Um,
Captain America comes out in February, they'll probably have a trailer by February or March.
they probably gonna have it around like the Captain America movie. Like they're gonna probably
Yeah,
have a trailer for
around
that.
February. Thunderbolts is what, March or
Next year
May?
too. Yeah, this March, right around March or May. They've been leaking clips of it. I heard someone, a friend of mine that went to see it at Comic Con, saw like some. He said it looked like on some Suicide Squad shit, but a little bit
Yeah,
cheaper. I was like, ugh.
yeah. So we'll see how that plays out. But right now, I'm saying I don't have any faith in it. I don't think it doubles its budget, or it'll just come close to doubling its budget. That's where I'm at. That's what I think.
I don't think Thunderbolt's gonna do any good. That's my opinion. I don't even think that we needed a Thunderbolt movie. I don't think that was even
Yeah.
necessary.
I feel like Thunderbolt's success is going to heavily rely on Captain America. If Captain America bombs, nobody's going to see Thunderbolts. If Captain America is amazing, the momentum will make people see Thunderbolts.
That's true. That's true. Man, like I don't know, man. We'll see, bro. I got faith in Fantastic Four. I think Captain America gonna do okay. Thunderbolts, I don't have any faith in at all. And as far as on the DC side of things, I think Gunn on the release and like we got Creatures of the Commando this Christmas, right? And then we get
Mm.
Superman next year. Really, it all falls on Superman. If Superman is really good and it does well and people talk about it, then that's gonna open the floodgates to everything that James Gunn gonna do. And on top of that, we're gonna get a brand new Batman because he is gonna do his own version of Batman.
Yeah, I I have
Yeah,
faith
I'm
in James
Batman now
Gunn.
too. I am.
Yeah, I have faith in James Gunn doing Batman, but I don't hate the current Batman. I think he's cool. I think he's cool.
Robert Patterson is a really good Batman. I
Yeah, I think
just
he's cool.
I think the movie was just okay because it dragged out because and
It
I
was too
only say
long.
yeah, I only say that because they didn't again, it's about covering ground. They didn't cover any ground that Christopher Nolan didn't do in the other one. The only thing they cover is the detective side of Batman, which we didn't really get a chance to see that much. Which I'm
Yeah.
okay with that. That was the best part of it, but the other stuff, he didn't do anything for me. They keep going back to year two, year one Batman. Like, give us a new Batman, bro. Give us a 15-year-old Batman that's actually done some shit. That I've seen some stuff that's like or a Batman who recovered from Bane breaking his back and where is he at
that
now? Like,
that would be something to see.
yeah, like give us something, a fresh interpretation of Batman. I know James Gunn want to go with the Grant Morris, Bold and the Brave, and I'm against it because we have not gotten a live action Dick Grayson yet. We haven't got a live action Dick Grayson yet. We haven't got a live action Tim Drake yet. You going straight to Damian Wayne, and I was like, yo, can you just build that up first before you get to Damian?
I don't know what the obsession with Damian Wayne is. I really don't get it. Like to me, Damian Wayne is not even Robin. Like you know how you think of Robin, like he's like a whole separate thing, and I don't know what everyone's obsession with Damian Wayne. Damian, Wayne. Like you said, give us Dick Grayson, give us a Robin first, Batman and Robin, that dynamic. Give us that. Damian Wayne just like a little asshole. Like, come on.
It's not time for that yet. And I feel like staying that is James Gunn and he's gonna do that. He gonna add humor into the Batman lore. And it's like you slick treading on thin ice if you do that because what you finna do is you enter into that kind of Batman Forever's close to Batman and Robin when you start doing shit like this. So you need to
Yep,
be careful with that. People already didn't want that humoristic Batman. Why would you bring that back?
yep. Robert Patterson's Batman has the tone that works to me.
Yeah, his tone
So
is great, and I'm sure the second movie will be good. I'm sure of it, but it's just that first one, it just didn't do nothing for me. And then I think I Paul Dino as the Riddler, I do like Paul Dino as the Riddler, but I just felt like I wanted that sophisticated, crazy Riddler that we had in the animation series, who was suave and intelligent but nerdy at the same time, and just really sophisticated, not like this deranged, crazy
yeah,
psychopath killer.
yeah, I
Yes.
agree with you there.
So but I heard on Captain America 4 they removed the director for whatever reason. You know anything about that?
Yeah, I did hear that, but I don't know why. I don't know what was behind it.
I don't know neither. You must did some shit too to piss
I
Marvel
hope
off.
it's not another Bo DeMeo situation. Like, come on, guys, chill
Hey, my
out.
man, my man Bo out here wilding, bro. I really hope that the truth, like he said on his Twitter, I hope the truth finally comes out because I want to know what did you do that was so messed up that them folks didn't want to bother you, and then like they didn't even like X him out, like they X him out in a very quiet and
Yeah,
casual way, like they just say we just separate ways,
I
and he played cool for a minute.
I think the reason if he really did do what they saying allegedly that he was doing, I understand why they just wanted to quietly fire him because it was literally 2 weeks before the show came out. If they would have had a headline writer of X Men sexually harassing people, it would have hurt the show.
Yeah.
It would have hurt the show. So I understand them wanting to say, "Hey, like we're just gonna part ways. You can still promote the show. Let's just be quiet." And he's like, "Hey, forget that. I'm gonna go on here now and talk shit."
But yeah, man. So I don't know, bro. We will. I will stay up to date with the news, and I know you will too. But this week the Crow finna get ready to come out.
Not touching that movie. I'm not. I'm not watching it.
You know what? I was in a space. I be on Clubhouse from time to time, and I've talked to
Yep.
some of those people, and a few of the Gen Zers said they're gonna go see it. And they was telling me that the old one is dated, it didn't work, it didn't, and I was just explaining to them like you gotta understand something. At that time, it worked, and it still worked to this day. I don't. The new one is like some type of emo cloud rapper who resurrected and it don't work for me, man. So I was just like, they said they want to see it, but I said that I may go see it just for shits and giggles. But I'm still kind of debating if I want to really see that. There has been no promotion on the movie at all.
None at
No
all.
one,
None at all.
nobody's talking about it. And they
I,
projecting that the movie gonna bomb, like it will only make like $5 million or less this weekend. But see,
yeah.
here's the thing though, like, is it gonna bomb worse than Borderlands? Because Borderlands is considered one of the worst movies that ever.
I need to check the numbers on Borderlands because I've heard it's been
It's
bombing,
bad,
bombing,
bro.
bombing. Did they make their money back first weekend?
No, no,
Ooh,
they didn't.
wow.
They didn't, bro. It did so bad, and then the movie cost $120
It's
million
probably
dollars.
going to be Kevin Hart's worst film ever that he was in.
Good. That means that he need to pick more. He need
He
to
need
pick
to
more
stick with
better
The Rock
movies.
or something. That was a bad choice. His agent put him in a bad film. Yeah, I don't know about Borderlands. That was a bad choice. Froze up. Yeah, you coming? Yep. Yeah, yeah. All right. Yeah, I think I'm good over here. You good?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
good.
yeah,
Good.
we're
Yeah,
straight.
yeah,
We're straight.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
straight.
Nah, Borderlands that made no money, bro. It's doing worse than Madam Web, bro.
Wow.
It's doing worse
Let me
than
see.
Madam Web.
I just want to bring up the numbers really quick. 'Cause
Go ahead and break up the numbers. It's doing worse than Madam Web right now.
Where- oh man. I mean, did we not see this coming? We seen it coming.
Yeah, I mean, no one asked for it. And then Eli Roth thought he could take on a video game film and thought that he was gonna get away with it, but it didn't work for him.
Ooh, ouch,
What did he do?
ouch. It looks like it's at 13 million domestic, 18 million worldwide.
And it's on
Ooh,
$120 million budget.
ooh, ouch. They're not gonna recoup their money.
They're not. They're
No,
not.
this is a legendary flop. This is a legendary flop. Wow.
I think it's one of the worstest flop ever, bro. I think it's going down as like one of the worstest flops ever, bro. I
Ooh.
didn't think nothing was gonna touch Madam Web, but I guess the Dakota Fanning can be happy now. Like they don't got the worstest movie of the year.
Amazing. Who would have thought that? Ooh, 120 mil, and they made not even 20 mil back yet. And sales start going down after that first initial opening. So,
Yeah, if you can't kick it off the first initial opening, it's a wrap. It's over with.
damn.
Yeah, so Borderlands is done. I seen it and it's not a good movie. I'm glad I didn't. I ain't gonna say how I saw it, but I saw it and it just didn't work. I just go just off the rip, it didn't work at all. So it was like Spaceball mixed with like Guardians of the Galaxy or Guardians in the Galaxy wannabe. So hell, Kevin, not just Kevin, Kate Blanchett. This is a bad rap for her too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a bad rap for her. It's a bad rap
But
for her.
she's an actor who can bounce back from this because she has like critically acclaimed stuff and has well established herself as a person who can take a big budget film and then go off and do something independent
Yeah,
like Tar.
do
So
an indie.
yeah,
Yeah.
she can bounce back. Kevin, on the other hand,
What Kevin is gonna have to do is step away from these type of films. They're killing him. They're killing him. These type of films are not doing well for him right now.
he got another movie coming out with Will Smith. They remaking Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. You've seen that one with Steve Martin and John Candy.
Yeah,
They remaking that. That may boost him up because
yeah. It's a different
Will,
direction.
yeah, Will is how people may view Will Smith. He's still bankable to some degree. It only time I could tell when he released this sci-fi movie through Sony. You know, like we're gonna see if he's still bankable or not. But Bad Boys did good for him this year. What you think? You
Yeah.
think Big
Well,
Willie's still bankable, bro?
definitely. I think Will has a great career still ahead of him as being a leading man. He just has to be more strategic right now. Like I don't think Will is the guaranteed hit like he used to be. I think he's in a territory now where you have to pick good films and you have to do well. But I
Yeah.
think he definitely can do it, and I think he. But I don't know about him teaming up with Kevin Hart. I
For
don't know.
planes, train, and automobile.
I don't know if that's actually where I would. If I was Will right now, I think I would stick more into drama, play more into the drama roles.
Drama, couple sci-fi films, not
Yeah,
Gemini Man. Nah, not Gemini Man. That
I would
movie
stay away
sucked.
from the straight comedy. Like I don't think you got to have some action in there. Trains, planes, and automobiles is basically just a comedy film. Like I don't think that's where he needs to be right now. I think he needs to stay in something where he can show that his acting ability, his drama, like you said, action, sci-fi, those type of things.
Yeah, he do better doing those types of movies than trying to do like a fucking comedy. He
Yeah,
really didn't do a lot of comedies in his career other than like Hitch.
right.
Uh I guess you could throw Bad Boys in there because that's like action
Yeah,
comedy to this
but action
degree.
comedy, I think he could get away with. But comedy
Just
with
a
no
straight
action,
comedy.
yeah.
Hitch was straight though. Hitch was okay.
Pitch was okay, but how much do I want to see Will doing that? Nah.
Look, I don't want him to play. I don't want him to do no more After Earths. I don't want him to do Gemini Man, and I damn sure don't want to see him be a slave again. I'm done with that
No,
shit.
no, yeah,
I'm done with that
yeah.
shit.
He
Uh,
can
I
keep all
guess,
of that.
I guess, like the last thing I want to touch on, like Peacemaker season two. They saying we won't get there till like 2016. Did you like this first season of Peacemaker?
I liked the first season of Peacemaker. I did. I watched every episode. I enjoyed every episode. I enjoyed the whole season. I think it was good. A good season all around. I liked everything about it. The humor, the action, the story. I heard they're like taking them into a new universe or something now. I don't know what they're trying to do. I think the first one was great, and I wish they stick to the formula. But who knows? James Gunn might have something up his sleeve. It's that is up his alley. That's the type of things that James Gunn excels in. So
Yeah, he's good at doing that type of stuff. And I think what they're doing is they're trying to get him out of the DCE stuff and trying to bring him into like the new regime, like into like James Gunn universe, where Peacemaker is existed in there, but like I don't know, we're gonna see. But John Cena, like he's on a roll right now, and I'm liking this new version of John Cena who can actually act.
mm. He has a
Out
movie out.
with him and oh girl, Aquafina.
Aquafina. Yeah.
It
Did you
looks
check that
silly.
out?
It looks silly. I said, I like what he's doing acting wise, but when it comes to just if I'm gonna go see a John Cena movie, nah, I'm not rushing to see that. I probably go see the Rock. I see a Batista movie before I see a John Cena movie.
Batista is actually really good. He's
He
actually
is,
really good.
he is good, and
That
I
that
would go.
knock on
I
the
would
cabin
support,
movie,
huh?
that knock on the cabin movie,
Yeah, it was good.
Batista really he's good, man. He's good.
He's good, bro. He's real good, and I'll check him out before I go see John. But another one other thing too, like I heard Marvel announced that they're doing Black Panther 3 and Doctor Strange 3. Now Black Panther 3 gonna be tricky because they gotta recast. They gonna have to Black Panther gonna have to be in this.
If they do not recast T'Challa, like I don't even know how they're gonna. I'm just gonna give him time. Ryan Coogler, I have the utmost faith in him. I think he's amazing. I think he does the best he could possibly do with everything he has every time. He never disappointed. So I'm just gonna stand with him on this. But he is in a bad situation. I'm telling you, he's in the fourth quarter down by 20 with with 3 minutes left on the clock. Because
Yeah,
what can you do at this point if you don't have a Black Panther to lead this film?
people
We,
not
we
gonna
don't
go
want to
watch.
see Shuri jumping around again for another whole 2 hours. No.
Nah, it was already like it was already a lot of controversy just having her in there. I
Yeah.
get it. I get why he did that, but
Right.
you gonna have to recast him. It's there's no other way around it. You're gonna have to recast him with a younger actor. And if you don't, then people Black Panther, you might well not even put him in mention him anymore after this.
Right. And because of the way that the story already progressed, the how you bring in this new character has to be good. It has to make sense. I don't know
Yeah.
if they're gonna do like a restart of the whole MCU or whatever, but you can't just have a guy pop up anymore and be like, "Hey, I'm T'Challa. Look at me." You have to explain it. You have to explain it, and that's
Yeah.
gonna be the hard part when you have one movie, unless he explains it in one of the off TV shows, and then it comes to the movie. But you're gonna have to explain it because right now we're confused. We are confused.
Well, he's still pushing through with Ironheart. And then like I think they got like a Wakanda TV show coming through. Yeah, I'm not happy about
I'm
the
gonna
new.
tell you this, and some people might disagree with me. I hate the actress they picked for Ironheart. I hate
Yeah.
it. I hate it. I don't like her. Like nothing against her personally, but I don't think she has the look. I don't think she did phenomenal acting in the film. She doesn't strike me as like a MIT young MIT student from Chicago. I She didn't do it for me at all.
Nah, not for me neither. So it's just like I guess we're gonna find out how they gonna do this because the TV show is still going. They still moving forward with it. They still moving forward with the Wakanda
Well,
TV show.
yeah.
Yeah. And so then they got Black Panther 3, Doctor Strange 3. Doctor Strange,
I'm over Doctor Strange at this point. I didn't want a Doctor Strange 2. I
you,
damn sure don't want a
you
Doctor
didn't
Strange
you didn't
3.
want Doctor Strange 2?
I did not care for that. I didn't see what else they could possibly do with Doctor Strange. And I said, okay, they brought Wanda in, which was cool, but he can't carry a film. Without Wanda, what is he doing? He could just cameo in Spider Man and everything else. I don't want to see him carry a film.
I'm gonna say something very controversial. I really love the first movie. I really did.
The first
I
movie I enjoyed.
I did, but I also was curious to seeing where they was gonna go with it after they ended their first movie. Bringing Sam Raimi into a Doctor Strange movie, I think that was a bad. No, it's not a bad idea. He could have really did something with it, but the problem is that and that was the early stage of Marvel not taking a chance on a rated R movie. And they
Yeah,
see now when you go rated R, it actually works. Doesn't necessarily mean that the movie need to be a bunch of curse words or just unspeakable violence and stuff like that. But damn, you had a sex scene in the Eternals and damn near looked like it was like real. So like y'all might well just go ahead and go rated R with it. And oh yeah, speaking of Eternals, we're not getting the Eternals too. They canceled
Good, good,
that.
good. That's one smart choice, Marvel. With Doctor Strange too, I don't know why they decided to do the Wanda thing and completely drop the Baron Mordo storyline that they had in part one because I enjoyed that. I thought
I
they were going to
enjoyed that
continue with
too.
him going to kill all the sorcerers and having that. I would have rather seen than what we got.
They was going to introduce this villain called Nightmare into Doctor Strange too, and that was Scott Dickerson when he was directing it, but then he walked away because Marvel don't want no one to have any type of creative freedom. They just wanted to have all the creative freedom. They don't want no directors to have any type of ideas. And I think they dropped the ball with that and just
Yeah.
letting Sam Raimi. And Sam Raimi don't give a shit about doing superhero movies. He probably did that movie to finance another movie he doing.
Yeah, but Marvel had a problem where I think someone fooled them, and I think the same thing happened with DC.
Yeah.
Someone fooled DC into thinking that Harley Quinn was way more popular than she was, and I think someone fooled Marvel into thinking that Wanda was way more liked than she was. WandaVision,
Because
then Doctor Strange, we get it. People don't like Wanda that much. She's not that much of a draw for to keep people interested through all of that, a whole series, and then her name attached to a big movie. Like she's not that great of a character. And Harley Quinn doing all
no,
these
she not.
Suicide Squads and everything, and pushing Harley Quinn to the front. We didn't get Deadshot or anyone as the main promotion. We got Harley Quinn, and I get it. People like Harley Quinn, but she's not that big of a drawing as they try to make it seem. And I think that's where they dropped the ball.
Exactly. And I feel the same way. I just feel like that there was like there's nothing to draw from that. But
They're
yeah, I don't
doing
know
the same
what.
thing with Joker too now. They think, oh, we have Harley Quinn is going to push them over the edge.
Nah, nah, bro. Like if you gonna pick villains to push things or pick good ones that actually got some story behind them, Doom
Yeah,
is a great choice, but you fucked up with the casting, and like now you're gonna have to build that up. See, that's another thing with them casting down. They're gonna have to rebuild some things to make us believe that he's doomed, not him
yeah,
playing Iron Man. Because if he come in trying to pull an Iron Man move, I'm like, this is bullshit, bro.
yeah, yeah. Doom is a
So
great villain, so I'm really upset that they did that casting.
it was a terrible casting, though, bro.
There's
But
not
man,
many villains they have left, and Doom was one of the big ones, and they're ruining it.
yeah, and I'm still trying to see how they're gonna do X-Men. That's gonna be impossible for them to do.
Love or hate the old X-Men movies, for a lot of people, those are the X-Men. So whoever you cast has to be phenomenal at this point, especially if you're going to recast characters like Wolverine. If you're going to recast Logan, good luck, bro. Good luck.
Well, I mean, people want Henry. They saying that they like what Henry did with it.
I
He
like I
was
like
he was accurately look like the Wolverine from the comics.
I like him. I like his look, but in the direction that Marvel's going, I still feel like he might be a little old. He might be a little old.
Yeah, and
They
we
have to
need a
go
we
young if they reboot. I'm talking if they're really gonna do this right, Tom Holland needs to be the age group that they're going for. Because, in the comics, Peter is a little bit younger than everyone, but not that much younger than everyone, you
right.
know?
So the person that be Logan, he needs to be like in his 30s then.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah. And,
that's
and and
fair.
be able to and they have to build the characters because Jean and Logan have like a sort of romance, not romance. And how are you gonna play that if you're gonna pick a young Cyclops like a Jean who looks like she's a teenager and a Logan that's like 50 years? It's gonna look weird on screen, bro. It's gonna look weird.
He's gonna look super weird, man. But
It's gonna look like Game of Thrones or something. It's gonna be crazy.
hey, man, look, I don't know how they gonna pull it out, but hey, man, look, bro, I appreciate you sliding through.
Yeah.
Shoot, I guess we're gonna pop this off next week. I'm going to see the Crow. I'll let you know how it is, and we
I
could and then we could do a ranking
might check
system
out the
on
John
like the.
Cena movie.
Hey, look, we could do a ranking system on the Aliens movie next week, just to like give people like
Okay.
our thoughts on where we rank the Alien movies and shit like that. And
All right, that's perfect. That's perfect. Let's do that.
all right, y'all. Well, subscribe to me, subscribe to Dale, the Wrong Agenda podcast. He's on YouTube. Go follow him, subscribe to him, subscribe to me, Spirit. And I'll talk to y'all later, man. Peace.
All right, we out.
Hi, man. Uh-oh.